What's up, Pete Seekers? I am Joe Otis from joe'slit.com, and welcome to today's edition of Lit Picks. Folks, I won last week. I beat Mike. Feels pretty damn good. Make sure you check out my Fuel page to listen to hear him sing some great movie music. We got him singing a movie classic. We got My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. We got some Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and Mike really brought the house down, I must say. Guys, the football kind of stunk yesterday. Wasn't a big fan of either the Lions game playing the Texans. I kind of thought that the Texans would cover, which they did. Washington, the football team, blew out the Cowboys. Hopefully this weekend, Sunday will get us some good action, and hopefully we'll get some good action with some payouts. Right now, I'm joined by my co-host, the one and only Mike Costello. Mike, how you doing?
Doing wonderful. Hope everybody had themselves a wonderful Thanksgiving and got some sleep after their turkeys. You destroyed me last week. It wasn't even a contest. I think it was over by the 1 o'clock games. So, well played. Well played on that one. But I think it's the first time we've been doing this now. This is like kind of, we've almost been doing this for a whole entire year now, because last year, I think we started too. We lost every single one of our Mega Parlays. We went 0 for 8. And I think that was the first time we've ever done that, not hitting one of them. So, congratulations on that as well.
Oh, yeah, that was really, really bad. I'm really sorry, guys, about missing out on the Mega Parlays last week. 0 for 8. Very, very embarrassing. It will never happen again. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I can't make any promises, guys. I really thought that I would at least hit one of those last week, but it didn't happen. But once again, guys, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. Let's go over the points system, guys. You pick the underdog is 3 points and up, you got 4 points. Pick the underdog less than 3 points, 3 points and less is 3 points. The spread is 2 points. Over under is 2 points. The favorite is 1 point. Mike, are you ready to get this thing started?
Yeah, it was a tough week. Not very confident with this week, but there's a couple games that I like. But other than that, it's tough.
Before we get started, let's go to the audience, see what they have to say. Let's see, my lunch came up. My heart will go on.
Listen, I thought that was a brilliant verse for me. I mean, it was tough to stay on beat, but I think it did a great job.
Let's see. Kyle's heart will go on better than Mark. He liked that one better than Marky Mark. How many shirts is Otis wearing? You got an undershirt on it. You got a polo shirt. What's that supposed to mean? Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Kyle's head turn in opening video is something. He likes that.
You can do it again.
And the opening is tremendous. You want to know something else is tremendous, folks? I got something really, really amazing for you that Mike's going to like a lot. When we go to this next room, you guys ready, folks? This big surprise. Whee! Look at that.
Oh, nice.
You guys like that?
Look at you, tech savvy. I know nothing.
Let's see what
I do it food, though.
Is it food? No. All right. Our first game is the New York Giants at the Cincinnati Bengals. Look, Brandon Allen starting at quarterback. We all know he kind of stinks. I mean, he played on the Broncos last year. It was nothing good. I think a lot of people are thinking the Giants are going to cover the spread, but I'm going to go against it. I'm going to go with the Bengals plus 6.5 because I think a lot of the money is going to be on the Giants this week. And I think a lot of people think the Bengals are going to take a huge step back with Burrow being out for the season. I don't see that. I think 6.5 is a lot of points, and I see them covering. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough one. I mean, the Bengals last week. The Bengals were favored by 2.5. When Burrows was playing, then he got hurt, and the line's completely jumped. That's 8 points. I'm playing it safe here because this is a game. I'm taking the Giants straight up. I don't like the points. 6.5 does seem a lot to me. I do think that the Giants could cover it. Especially with the Bengals. I mean, I think he's been sacked. It's incredible, And I mean, you can't go with the run game because Mixon's pretty much done. Mixon's done for the season, so it's going to be a tough one. I mean, it's 6.5 is a lot, but I'm just going to be safe here. I think the Giants definitely win the game, but 6.5, I don't know. It's going to be pushing it. If they win, they'll win by like 5-7. So I'm not touching that.
Let's see what we got here. Nice. Oh, thanks, Bob. Good graphics department.
Yeah, that's all you. I don't do any of that.
How are you, Otis? Why couldn't this game get postponed? That's true. That's a good point. All right, on to the next one. We got speaking of postpones, how about the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets? I mean, who really wants to watch the Jets play? They are brutal. I mean, they have to win one game at some point. They have Joe Flacco. They have some great talents of yesteryear. They got Frank Gore still playing. I mean, you think at some point they're going to win a game. I'm not too confident about them this game. I think the Dolphins are going to want to rebound from last week's loss to the Broncos. But 44 is a very, very, very small number. And the Jets covered the over last week, so I'm going to stick with this over. I'm going to take the over at 44. I can see the game being something like 30-24. Close, but not too close. I think the Dolphins win comfortably. But 44 is a pretty low number for me. That's why I'm going with the over. What do you think?
I don't know. I think that's tough. And Miami's defense is really good. And by the way, I think I played against Frank Gore in college. And that's how, he's still playing, and here's me. I can't even walk up the steps without being injured. So kudos to Frank Gore out there. I don't know why. I did it last week. I said right in the beginning last week when that line came out and Denver was 3.5, it was 3.5. I said that's a trap game and there's something wrong with it, and I wasn't going to touch it. And then I took that in a Mega Parlay because I'm not smart. I'm going back here, and I'm going with Miami, and I don't know why Tua looked bad last week. Fitzmagic came in at the end of the game, and he might come in. I wish he was starting again, but apparently I don't think that's going to happen. I'm still taking the Dolphins here at -7. I just think the Jets they're done. I mean, they're done. I do think they are going to win one game this year. I just don't know which one it is. It could be this week. But I'm just going to stick with the Dolphins here at -7. Their defense and special teams is too good.
I mean, do you really think the Jets have what it takes to beat the Dolphins?
I mean, the Broncos did last week.
I think
nobody thought that was going to happen. So, I mean, anything can happen, but I think with that letdown last week for the Dolphins, they have to come back and bounce back. So, yeah, it's a good question.
Let's see what these guys have to say. All right. This game is like the Best Buy special now, 0% interest. That's pretty funny. I like that. I told you in week 3 the Jets would go 160, and I stand by that. Carlos, take 2 of those pieces of gum. They're small. Miami is well coached. Look at that. I got the Bob Ziegler.
He used to say that every week.
That was Al Gore. So who do you think is the better shoo-in for Coach of the Year? Kevin Stefanski or Brian Flores?
I like Stefanski. I think he's done a great job there in Cleveland, man. I think he's done a great job with them. But we have to finish the season out for them.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people think that way. I mean, look, the Browns, they can very well get over 10 wins this year, which seemed like impossible a couple of years ago. I mean, they had the talent last year as well. And even losing Odell, that they're still winning, that's definitely very impressive. Miami, if you go back to the beginning of last year, though, Miami was brutal. They were like the Jets were this year.
Yeah.
And Flores, they had that losing mentality, and he turned it around. And, I got to go with Flores. Let's see what the crowd thinks. And
just remember, too, I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. But Miami was doesn't Miami get draft picks this year, too? I'm not sure. I thought they're going to get somebody's draft pick too from the trade of Tunzel. I don't remember though. If I'm thinking the right way. Is it Tom will be Coach of the Year? Yeah, they're undefeated. But Ron Rivera, good play too, because Washington's going to win the division as I predicted 3 weeks ago. They tailor the offense for Duke. That's actually a good point. Imagine the Eagles did that. It's something to think about. All right, next one is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Buffalo Bills. For this one, I think the Bills coming off the bye with that heartbreaking defeat in Arizona, I can see them coming and taking it to the Chargers this week. You liked the Chargers last week. I remember you took them with the points. But, I think this week traveling to Buffalo, going to Orchard Park, I can see Josh Allen, throwing for 350-plus yards, rushing for 75, maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring affair. I'm not really confident they're going to cover, but I'm taking the Bills in the money line this one.
I'm going with the conservative route in this one. Get that 1 point. Mike, you think a little differently than I do. What do you think?
I mean, we're on the same line here because I think Buffalo's going to win. As you know, I stated before, I like the Chargers. The problem with them is they don't like spreads, and they always blow it at the end. There's something happens and something just weird happens. This is going to be a back and forth kind of game. It might be who gets the ball last. But I'm going to take the Bills here at -4.5. I think they were just dealt. An injury where somebody, I think one of their linemen is done for the year. I think he got hurt or something. So that could factor in. That could be an issue. But I'm going to go with the Bills here just because I don't think the Chargers, they usually fourth quarter.
Let's check the injury report. We have the Bills out. John Brown's out. Cody Ford's out. Is that
That's him. That's it. Yeah, he's done. That's what I was reading.
That's a pretty big injury. All right, well, let's go to, let's see. Chargers are tough. That's true. Every team is so close. Two great uniforms in this game, too. I like the Bills' 80s uniforms actually better than the new ones. What do you think?
I don't care about uniforms.
You don't care about uniforms?
As you can see by my wrinkled shirts.
Yeah, well, that's a nice haircut you have. You look slick with the haircut.
Thank you. My wife cut my hair. I told you it was going to happen.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, since Harper's Ferry. What does that mean? I don't get
It's
that.
a history reference.
Wait, well, your wife cut your hair? She did a good job.
Yeah, gave me a haircut. Good job.
Cleveland Browns at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Speaking of Coach of the Year candidates, we have Kevin Stefanski going against former candidate for Coach of the Year, Doug Marrone, who led Jaguars, which seems three short years ago, to the AFC Championship game. Now they're at the basement of the AFC South. For this game, I really do like the Browns here, to be honest with you. I'm not really crazy confident about them because 7 points is a lot. I mean, I do see that Denzel Ward is going to be out this week. He's a pretty big part of their defense at corner. DJ Chark's out for the Jaguars. Chris Conley's out as well, and Sidney Jones, and their offensive lineman Andrew Norwell. I'm just going to take the over on this one, 49.5. This game could be pretty sloppy. And I think there's going to be maybe some defensive touchdowns around, but I think this will be a decently high-scoring game. I think it should be going in the 50s. That's why I'm going with the over. What do you think, Mike?
I did not know that DJ Chark was out. I thought he just wasn't practicing. So you're taking the over, and all those offensive players are out?
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know. I like Cleveland here. I just think I was going to be on the Jacksonville side of this if Minshew was playing, but I guess what I'm reading is he's not going to be
I see him questionable right now.
He might play, but he's not going to be starting. I think they're starting Mike Lennon.
Really? That's true. Yeah, I heard that too.
Browns -7.
Okay. Browns should win. Browns are better, so I like the Jags in an upset. Really? That's true.
No, Garrett is out.
Oh, he is? Yeah. All right, next game. Arizona Cardinals at the New England Patriots. Here's a game between people thought that the Patriots, moving off from Tom Brady, thought they'd be doing a lot better than they could be than they are. Cam Newton really hasn't been that impressive as quarterback of the Patriots. He got off to a decent start early in the season, but now he's just fallen off. And are the Patriots tanking? Are they trying to get in the last place to get a high draft pick next year? Probably not. I think Belichick has more heart than that. They're playing the Cardinals are coming to town, and when the game's on the East Coast in New England at Gillette Stadium, anything could happen. But I'm not really confident I'm taking one or either of these teams. You can easily take the Patriots, go after those 3 points by taking a low underdog, but I'm just going to be safe here and take the over 49.5. I can see this game going to be something like I can see a 35, 31 game, 35, 25 game, something like this. I can see it going into the 50s and the 60s. I can see this game going the over. What do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say that too. The over, I think, is a lot. It's a lock here. Arizona's typically they go over a lot in their games. They put up a lot of points. They have a very fast-paced team. They run a lot of plays. Patriots really disappointed me last week against the Texans. I really thought they were going to have a chance at that division. I thought that they were going to win, and then they would come out to this game. I don't see it happening. So I'm taking Arizona laying the 1.5, go up by 2 here. Murray will run. He's healthier. He's probably going to be still hurt a little bit, but the Patriots defense hasn't looked the way. I mean, they're missing a lot of players this year anyway. So I'm taking the Cardinals here, laying the points.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at people who are out right now, I saw Rex Burkhead's out for the Patriots. They also have an offensive lineman out. I think his name is Isaiah Wynn. Darryl Jones is out. I mean, they don't have really any big injuries in the Cardinals. Isaiah Wynn, their offensive tackle, is going to be out for the game. So, I mean, maybe they get some pass rush there. I don't know. But, I like the Cardinals here too as well. But, I mean, I'm not that crazy confident because I think it can go either way. All right, let's see what the audience has to say. Let's see. Now Garrett's out. We're gonna no-sell Tim on this one. I'm not gonna put that up there. How was Murray's shoulder? I think he's a little bit banged up there. I bet against Charles Barkley in golf and lost.
I forgot that was on.
What's this mean? Larry Bird and Bill. Don't know. All right, on to the next one. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this is what I think could be a really, really much a trap game. I mean, I want to take the Raiders in this one, but I can see them going into Atlanta and losing this one. I can see this being a pretty decently high-scoring affair. Once again, I do like betting the over. It's hard to bet the under. 53 is a lot of points, but I can see that. I mean, Derek Carr, Nelson Aguilar, he's looking amazing this year. He's looking like an all-pro for once again. Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, they got a great offense there, and I think they can score some points. Same thing with the Falcons. They got Matt Ryan. I can see him putting 4 touchdowns up today, Matt Ryan. I can see this being a really high-scoring shootout. So I'm going to take the over in this one. What do you think?
I think the over is a safe bet. I mean, both defenses are pretty bad. Atlanta really disappointed me last week. I thought that they were clicking on all cylinders, and then they come out and then they did that last week, which, I did predict that. I don't know. They disappointed me. I do think that they bounce back here. I think this is going to be a closer game than people think. But I think that Vegas is going to win this game. They had a heartbreaker to KC, which was a back and forth kind of game. But I think that Vegas is going to kind of do this, and I think they're going to take it and lay the points.
All right. Next game is the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, look, this game we actually defer on this one, Mike. I mean, look, the Titans had a really tough win against the Ravens of Baltimore last week. Ravens got COVID somehow after that. Who knows what's going to happen in their game this week? Colts with the hard-fought win against the Packers at home. The game, once again, is in Indy. I like the Colts again. I'm taking the Colts -3. I mean, could this game be a potential trap game? Who knows? But the thing is that I think for the Colts, they're the 3rd best rushing defense in the NFL. I think they can stop Derrick Henry. And I think that I don't think that Ryan Tannehill, I mean, he's good and all, but I don't think he has the ability to take this Colts defense to task. And I'm taking the Colts -3. What do you think?
Oh, by the way, last game, the Raiders, it was a -3. You had it at -6.5. So just a correction on that one, because it was they're laying 3. This is a tough one though, but I like this. I said it last week. I'm sticking with it again. Take the Titans in the first quarter. They are +0.5. So all they got to do is tie in the first quarter, and they're going to win. All right. I said it last week, and they did it. This week, I'm done with it again. All right. I think that the Titans are going to. I think Titans are going to win this game. I think that the Colts had a big win last week. I'm going to take the points here just to play it safe with getting the 3 in the field goal. But I think that they're going to win this game. I think they're going to play well. I mean, I think that, quite honestly, one of the best coaches in the league is Vrabel. I think he is. Every time I watch them play, there's something that I'm like, wow, like I never even thought of doing that. And then I would think about it like, that's a really good move, like why you would do something like that. And I just enjoy watching them play. I think they're going to keep this game close. Colts had a huge game against the Packers, which I did not see them winning that game. So I think they're going to ride high here. I think Titans come in and win this game. But
the guy knows the rule book in and out, and he knows how to take advantage of it. So, I mean, Vrabel, definitely a very, very, very good coach. See what the audience has to say about this one. Let's see. Falcons upset special. Hate to agree. This is Cause that's a bad idea. So is eating the Tartuffe at Farnsworth House.
Barnes, yeah. No
Long
longer there.
There's for Stevie that night. Question for Mike. How come nobody has thought of a general? They do have General Tso's chicken pizza.
They have it. It's not worth it.
Let's see. Let's see. Does a delay in the Steelers Ravens game favor either of those teams? I
think it hurts the Steelers with the bye.
I think so too. I agree with that. I mean, it's their second bye for the Steelers because they had that bye early because of the Titans. I mean,
well, they were supposed to have elongated bye because they were going to play on Thursday and then get a week and a half out. And now they don't have that. So,
yeah. Let's see. La Gallery in Bordentown has the best General Tso pizza. All right. For you, who has the best General Tso's in Hamilton? We just talked about this the other night, right? Did you say it was Mr. Tanner?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see the point of General Tso's pizza. Like General Tso's is General Tso's. You can't put it. I mean, you could put it on pizza. It's just not fair. You might as well just eat a pizza and then General Tso's. I remember we had leftovers, and I think my wife was like, "Oh, why don't you make a General Tso's pizza?" And I was like, "No, you can get the best of both worlds. We're eating the General Tso on the side and a pizza. There's no point in combining them. I mean, you can do it, and it's still good, but
I like my General Tso's a little bit crunchy. Like I hate it when it's like mushy and it's not like.
It needs to be crunchy. That's why you come to me for all that. I know all the crunchy places around.
Where's the best crunchy place?
That's it. I mean, heck, I can tell you most of them in the East Coast here in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. When I went to school, I went to a lot of strange places there too.
All right. The Carolina Panthers at the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, the Vikings were kind of embarrassed last week by losing the Cowboys at home. That cost you. Carolina Panthers had a big win there with P.J. Walker. This is P.J., not Aldo Montoya P.J. Walker or just incredible P.J. Walker. P.J. Walker, the former XFL superstar, now leading the Panthers to victory. For this game, I mean, I think the Vikings are going to come back. I think Dalvin's going to have a big game. I'm taking the Vikings -3.5 to cover. I mean, they are the home team, and I can definitely see them covering the spread in this one. I think the Panthers maybe got a little lucky last week with that. Maybe rookie luck there with PJ Walker, but I think that maybe their luck's going to run out, and I think the Vikings are going to put up a lot of points this week. Dalvin's going to rush the ball over them. Not sure if Fielding's out or not. They say he had a false positive, but yeah, I'm taking the Vikings. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you might be on the right side of that. I took the I don't know. It's a tough one for me. Vikings disappointed me last week. Obviously against the Cowboys, I thought they were coming strong, and then they got outplayed, and just one of those games. And I definitely think they're coming back with a vengeance. But I'm sticking with the Carolina. I love the way they're rolling. Bridgewater, I believe, is back, but I really don't even care whether he's back or not. I know McCaffrey's out, but I just like the way that the Panthers are playing. Minnesota's defense, looked like I thought they had everything figured out, and then last week they apparently did not. So let's hope this continues, and I'm taking the Panthers here with the points.
All right. Let's see what crowd has to say. Let's see. Snake loves cook. Way more than serving water at parties. Oh, he's talking about the water. Okay. I'm not talking any trash about Snake. That freaking turkey made that shit look really good down the smoke. I want to try that. Let's see. Bonus flip pick: Tyson versus Jones. I got Roy Jones Jr. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to destroy Tyson like the second round.
Yeah, I kind of want Tyson. I don't know how it's going to work for him.
Everyone loves Tyson. I mean, I remember when Tyson lost to Lennox Lewis at one time. He was outclassed by Lewis, and I think that Roy Jones is going to outclass him. Really wants to know how we can see the Tyson fight. Isn't it on pay-per-view, right?
You have to buy it.
Yeah, you probably can't go to a bar. Tyson hasn't been this big of a favorite since that little Mac fighting. That's pretty good. All right, move forward on the next game. We got the New Orleans Saints at the Denver Broncos. Now, Mike, I'm going to tell you, I like biscuits, I like biscuits a lot. I had a lot of biscuits yesterday. I had some biscuits the day before. And as I always say, Mike, you got to risk it to get the biscuit. That's my line. And, if we ever make this show famous, we're going to get some merchandise, make some shirts that have biscuits on it. because I'm taking the Broncos on the money line plus 225. I mean, this is probably a crazy bet, but you got to make some risks here. You got to go big or go home. The game is in Denver. Who knows? Mike, you've been checking the weather out for this game. What's the weather going to be like?
I haven't even checked the weather now. I haven't done a lot of research this week. I'm not going to lie.
The game. Taysom Hill is making a second start. He's out to fall off some point. The Saints have to get – they're due for some sort of loss where they shouldn't be losing, but they're going to get it. I think it's going to be this game. I'm taking a risk here. I think that maybe I like Tim Patrick. I think he's a really good receiver. I don't think Drew Lock's a superstar quarterback, but I think their defense is going to bring them the victory. I guess he'd just be in a low-scoring game, taking the Broncos. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. My feelings towards the Broncos. I do not think they're a very good team. But I will say that I think their defense is very good. And I think Fangio is, he's a pretty good coach. So they do have film on Taysom Hill. So, that could be an issue for New Orleans, but I'm still taking them. They have the weapons. They have Kamara. They have Michael Thomas looked good last week. So they have the weapons. I'm going with them. I just still don't trust the Broncos. I cannot believe that they won last week. So I'm taking the Saints laying points.
All right. Let's see what our fans have to say on this one. Is this true that Tom and a silent partner bought a horse 20 years ago and named him Cheesesteak? Nope.
No idea.
Should probably research a bit on MSG and its after effects. Bad pick.
They always say on the menu, no MSG.
All right. On our next games, you're going on the late games right now. San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. This is a very, very, very low scoring over-under. I think the Niners could always pull off an upset here. I'm not 100% confident on that. Even though they're getting their running backs back. Their quarterbacks, they got the receivers. I think Deebo Samuel's coming back as well. But, their quarterback is just a backup. He proved earlier in the season when he played the Eagles that you can't really trust him. George Kittle's out still. I'm not that confident in taking the 49ers, but I don't think the Rams can really cover. 6.5, that's a lot of points. So I'm not really feeling that cover as well. So I'm going to take the over 44.5 because I think that they can probably put some points on the board here. I think that Jared Goff and that offense, I think they can probably take it to the 49ers. And, I think it's probably going to be like a game where it's like the Rams probably could blow them out. It could be like 30-17, something like that. What do you think?
I think the Rams roll here. The Niners, yeah, they always have that shot, and but I think they were just dealt another blow. I think somebody went out on COVID. One of their linemen, I believe, is out on COVID now, and that's a huge blow to them. McVay's good too. They knew it. Their defense is solid. They looked good. They looked good last week against the Bucs. I'm taking the Rams here, laying the points. 6.5's a lot. I was a little lenient with that. I was going to kind of go with them straight up, but I'm just going to roll with it and just go with them and hope they win by a touchdown.
Let's see. We're going to upset special Niners to win. I always get confused. Is the real capital of San Francisco or Kansas City? What's that mean?
None of the above?
Bob likes the Rams on this one. I agree with him. All right. On to our next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Chiefs have one loss in the season. They lost to the Raiders. I think they're due for another loss. Once again, taking more risks on this one. I'm taking the Buccaneers on the money line. Game's in Tampa. I really love the Chiefs. They're a great team, great, amazing team. It was a tough game last week. The Raiders had to be at the end there. Mahomes just driving down the field and just put the points on the board, scoring that touchdown at the end of the game. But I think they're due to take a loss at one point. And I think that maybe it's this week against the Buccaneers. Maybe the Buccaneers get a nice win here. They'll give you 4 points if they pull it out. What do you think?
He made it look so easy driving down the field at the end of that game. It was like they didn't even break a sweat. I was just watching it. I was like, that's ridiculous. But I don't know. This game I was back and forth with, and I just went with KC because I kind of want them to win. It's like every time, like the Bucks. I told you I didn't. I've been saying this all along. Is that I think they're an overrated team, and then when I don't take them, they dominate. When I do take them, they get dominated. So like I don't know. You're probably on the right end of things because I'm going against them this week, and they're probably going to win because whenever I pick, it's like the Dolphins. So I'm taking the Chiefs laying the points here. It's probably going to be opposite because apparently every time I say something about the Bucks, they do the opposite of what I say. So I think the Chiefs take this.
All right. See what we got here. Tampa's going to try to run the ball a lot, so maybe the under. That could be the case.
I was thinking that too, but because they want to keep Mahomes off the field, but I don't think it matters.
I mean, the guy went skydiving. He wasn't being consistent about that a few weeks ago. And I'm surprised this is a Sunday night football game. Like, he really wants to watch Bears Packers. Really, I mean, I understand it's like a tradition game, but I mean, on to the Sunday night game, Bears and the Packers. I think a lot of people think that the Packers are going to blow them out. I'm not that confident in that happening. We have Mitch Trubisky making the start this week. Nick Foles is a little bit banged up there. I mean, I think that maybe there's some games where it's like, I think if the Bears had a scrambling quarterback, they might be better off. And that's what Mitch Trubisky gives to them, but he's not really consistent. That's the only big problem. However, 9 points is a lot of points. I'm just going to take the Bears +9 to play this game in Green Bay. I can see it being close. I can see it maybe going down to a field goal at the end there. I like the Bears defense. I mean, they're not. I mean, they risk a lot to get Khalil Mack. I like Eddie Jackson's a really tough safety there. I mean, they're a good defense there, and they got some good players. But I think they're going to shut down the Packers this week, and I think they're going to keep it a close game. I can see this going the under as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this could be a 4-point game. I mean, +9 is a lot. I guess they gave Foles more credit than he should get. I guess they really think that poorly of Trubisky. And I mean, he's not good, but he can move with his legs a little bit. But yeah, I'm taking Green Bay here. I'm just taking the point. If I was leaning, I would probably go Bears. I would take the points with the +9 because that's a lot of points. I don't think it's going to be that big. But Green Bay just lost a tough one to Indy. So maybe they bounce back here and take it, but I think the Bears' defense is too strong here to let up that many points. So I'm just taking the point here, and Packers will win this game. Just give me one.
Let's see. Andy's going to tap that Bucks ass against KFC. Can there be an upset pick segment, biscuit segment, before I hear upsets like Falcons, Broncos, 49ers?
That's a clever idea.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. Are you
upset do that next week?
About the lack of upsets? Is it a rule that the Bears have to be good on D and have had a quarterback play every year? I mean, yes, as Jim McMahon, was he a good quarterback? So I guess that's probably the case. I mean, was Jim McMahon a really good quarterback, or was the Bears defense just that good?
Trent over.
Yeah. Now we're on to our last game.
I like Trent over, though. He was good.
It's the Seattle Seahawks at the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Seahawks are probably going to blow the Eagles out, but you know what? Lane Johnson's out for the season right now. Moving Jason Peters right guard, maybe that'll work. Maybe Jordan Mailata's for real. Maybe he's a decent left tackle. And you know what? I think a lot of people think the Seahawks are going to win. That's why, out of the craziness, and this is a crazy biscuit segment, I'm taking the Eagles in the money line at +205. Maybe it's a homer pick. Maybe I'm nuts. But I think a lot of people are expecting the Eagles to win one of these games against one of these crazy favorite teams. Maybe it's the Seahawks. I think a lot of people are expecting the Eagles to somehow magically be the Saints at some point, but maybe their magic comes true on Monday night versus the Seahawks in Philadelphia. What do you think, Mike?
No, it's actually funny. Actually, a lot of people are on the Eagles. A lot of money's on the Eagles right now, and I just don't see it. They are a bad team, like a bad team. They're poorly coached. They're not playing well. We don't even know who's starting at quarterback right now. Wentz might not even be starting. We don't even know what's going on with that. If he doesn't start, maybe a bonus, may not be. We really have no idea. I will say this, though. The Eagles are a terrible, terrible first quarter, second, and first half team. So if you want to do a little fun parlay, take the Titans first quarter, take the Seahawks first half. I think they're laying 3.5 or something like that. You could take them in the first quarter, take them first quarter, second quarter, because the Eagles are a very slow starting team. So go for it. All right. But yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks here. I'm taking the 5. It actually went down. It was at 6, and it went down to 5.5. So I'm going to get 5 here. I say, okay, I'm going to take that. And if you're an Eagles fan, you shouldn't want them to win any games this year. Just let them keep losing, get their draft pick, make a terrible pick like always. And, we just keep complaining about every single year that happens.
Mike, I think we've got to get your Mega Parlay.
I think you did too. I was thinking about that.
We'll do it live.
Do it here
live for now. You figure it out real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. For 1 year, is what Bob said. My brother said, Eagles upset. Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to upset them. I think it's I think a lot of people really think the Seahawks are going to win, and that's why I think that maybe I'm a homer here, guys. Maybe I am a crazy homer taking this pick, but like I said, you got to risk it. You got to make risks out there to get the wins. And I mean, you can be conservative all the time, take your over-unders, take the points. But if you want to win lip picks, you got to make some big, bold moves there, and that's what I like to do. As Bob says, watching the Eagles every week has become a chore, become a choir, like taking out the garbage or cleaning the living room. Yeah, I mean, I think that taking the garbage out probably would be more fun than watching the Eagles, to be honest with you. There you go. You realize you spelled that wrong. Spelling fail. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at this one. We got who will be on the ground more this week, Wentz or Leading Trampire? Leading Trampire's name is Angela Barron. She was a nice, she was from Europe. She was a really good star. Probably her. I think that maybe the Lions will protect Wentz at some point. And we got the damn opponent correct. All right, Mike, you got your parlay ready or no?
I do.
Hold on. Let me get mine on
You
here.
could do yours, right?
All right, yeah. So, Bill, you ready? I'm taking the Giants, Bengals over 44.5. I know I said I wouldn't be taking over-runners in the Mega Parlay, but I got to change it up because I missed horribly last week. I'm going to Bills minus 4.5, Raiders, Falcons over 53, Rams minus 305, and that's a parlay of 827. So, Mike, tell me about yours.
All right, so I'm going to take Arizona minus 1.5. I'm going to go with the LV minus 3.
Raiders?
Yeah, taking them at minus 3. I'm going to be taking the first quarter. I'm doing this, all right, of the Titans. All right, getting the half a point on that one.
Titans plus a half a point.
Yep. And then I'm going to take the Seahawks in the first quarter at minus a half a point. That makes it 11.49.
Minus a half a point.
Yep.
How much was that again?
11.49.
11.49. Okay. So there it is. Cardinals minus 1.5, Raiders minus 3, first quarter Titans plus 1.5, Seahawks first quarter minus 5, minus 0.5 is 11. That seems kind of weird with a half a point for a parlay like that. Let's go see what the audience has to say. Rick says that's not mega. I don't know if he's talking about me or you, but listen, I mean, it's 4 teams, Bill. Like, what do you want from me? I want my parlay over a turkey mashed potatoes corner. That's pretty funny. And over the bowl a few hours later.
I'm not a turkey guy. I'm a ham is greater than turkey guy, I think.
Now, this is the moment you all are waiting for. With the songs you picked for the Mega Parlay punishment. Are you sticking with the same one last week, Mark, or do you want to do a different one?
Yeah, I guess so. I was going to change it, but we'll stick with this one more time, and then I'll change it next week.
All right. So, to remind the audience, it's Unchained Melody by Righteous Brothers. Maybe I'll reenact, ghosts in front here with the little, with the clay making.
Yeah.
And I'm taking Rocket Man by Elton John. You know that song, Mike?
I do know it.
You
I'm going to hit the high note on that one.
Marky Mark?
I did.
All right. Now the moment you're all waiting for. Like me and you have to do a duet at some point. Well, let's see what our audience has to say. Let's see. Turkey is from Mick Carter's. I think it is, yeah. I would rather have Cornish hen or ham. See, ham is better than turkey.
The best part about turkey is making a turkey carver afterwards.
Ghost Dad.
Where was that
from? But that was from weeks ago. Ghost Dad. Sing Rocket Man, like Shatner. That's what I wanted to do, but I don't think he knows how to do it.
I don't know.
Make him watch the video.
Is that a Star Trek reference?
This is what the audience picked out for us to do our duet. We owe the audience this. We have "Crazy for You" by Madonna, and this is Bob's pick, I believe. We have "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" by Elton John and Kiki D. My wife picked this one out. You said this one, like "I Got You, Babe" by Sonny and Cher, and I picked this one, "The Time of My Life" by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes. Bill Medley, the singer of our theme song to our show. He's the guy who sings Friday Night, Saturday Night for Football. So, maybe our audience will pick that one. That's the song from Dirty Dancing. All right, let's see what we have here. Hilary Duff, "Come Clean."
Love that song. I'm a big fan of that song. I'll sing it just for fun.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna have the poll up some point, probably by tomorrow morning. And it was a good show tonight. Do you like the graphics?
You do a great job with them, man. I mean, yeah. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, so kudos to you.
Yeah, well, I had already. I found one that was already made, so I just used that and I just updated the colors and put this stuff in. So yeah, so
it seems like we're improving every single week. We got new graphics every single week. So maybe we'll just have a new graphic over my face so we don't have to see it.
Yes, Major League. You know them? What does Bill Medley sing in Major League? Does he sing? I don't even know what he sings in that one. All right. Well, folks, this is the end here. And per usual, Mike, tell everybody what they can do.
You can stay lit. You can eat your turkey carvers from the leftover turkeys and enjoy the Sunday fun day games. What do you think, Joe?
Of course, everyone, stay lit. Enjoy your turkey. Make a nice turkey sandwich. That's what I want to do. And see what these guys have to say before we get out of here. Most of all, you. And I've had the time of my life. That's right. Is Billy still in here or did he leave?
I have no idea.
All right. Well, folks, it was really fun having you this week. Remember, to all our audience, share, subscribe, like. Give us, share it with your friends. Get more people in here. There's Billy. He's watching. All right. I think we're going to get going. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for watching. And see you next week.